Hello, hello, and welcome to this edition of Random Rambles. My name is Alex, and I am the artist behind Midnight Butterfly, formerly AGM Art Studio. So it's been a hot minute since I've done a video like this. Essentially, Random Rambles is videos where I straight up just ramble about random topics. I have set topics to talk about, so you don't gotta worry there. But last time I did this, it was with a sketchbook tour back in December and going over my goals for 2025. And oh boy, have those been derailed significantly. So, yeah. If you're here just for the artwork, feel free to mute the video, put on your own music in the background, totally fine. To start with the artwork, essentially this is a cute little summertime floating picture of my webcomic characters from Tales from the Moonlight Bathhouse, my webcomic that I've been developing for the last 3-ish years. More like 2.5. But you have Sarah, the little purple one, down at the bottom, you have Riku in the middle, and then you have Yua up at the top. So this is to keep the rambling structured here, essentially I'm going to be first talking about my webcomic in general, how the progress there has been going, kind of give a informal introduction to the webcomic and what it's about. The second topic I want to get into is my future project plans making videos, and just my artwork in general, trying to find the direction where I'm going there. And I kind of want to, for my final topic, kind of just rant about burnout in life in general. And it's not even artwork burnt out. I'm not burnt out from art at all. That's entirely not it. So I guess I'll get into more detail when that topic comes up, which I'll give another warning if you don't want to hear the more negative side of this sort of rant. I'll let you know again so you can mute the video or step away or do whatever you gotta do. That's totally fine. So, yeah, definitely keeping things really casual and doing this all in one take. So if I end up swearing, I'll try to make sure to watch through and at least bleep out what I can. I'll try not to swear. I'll do my best. So you'll probably hear a lot of ums as well, just because this is not scripted at all. I just have the talking points and that's it. So, but yeah, so you got the piece going on behind you there. This is a full-on speed paint of what I was doing. You get to see the whole thing, the whole process. You get to see my little character reference sheets off to the side. Doing the swimsuits was really, really cute. For Yua and Sarah, I already had them in my sketchbook. I did them at work when I had some free time, so I kind of had to just come up with Riku's on the spot, which, looking at the picture now, I forgot to put his earring on, but then I realized the other two probably wouldn't be wearing their accessories either, so he doesn't get it lost in the water. So you know what? Problem solved. We're good to go there. So, I was thinking originally of maybe doing a mid-year sketchbook tour, but I kind of just wanted to save it for the end of the year. Thought that would work out better since I'm still kind of working through it. I finished one sketchbook, started another one, put a crap ton of stickers on it. Looks pretty great if I say so myself. So yeah. Also, I know last time I did one of these, I had my little chibi or VTuber down in the bottom of the screen. I'm not doing that this time because I don't have the mental capacity. This goes along with that burnout thing I was talking about earlier. So you're just gonna get my voice and nice little border and a little speed paint and nice little music in the background. So yeah, I think that's kind of covering the little intro there. I love this unscripted stuff because I can just go to town and just go blah, 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 and it's something. I think I just gotta get my words out to something, to the void. And if someone finds it entertaining, well, great, good on them. So, but yeah, let's talk about my webcomic, Tales from the Moonlight Bathhouse. Or did I say Midnight Bathhouse by accident? Maybe. Okay, maybe before we talk about the webcomic, I do need to address my change of brand name, username stuff. So yes, I was formerly AGM Art Studio. You'll see those on the previous videos. And then I swapped over to Midnight Butterfly. There was a couple reasons for this. So the first reason was I kind of hit... This will kind of go into the burnout thing later, but I kind of hit a wall, and I was kind of just ready to delete everything and start over from scratch again. And you're probably like, oh, how many times have you done this? Too many times have I just been like, oh, maybe I should try to do this, and then I just deleted it. It happened with Nova Charm. It happened with the stuff I tried doing in high school. When something's not going right, I feel like I have to completely just throw everything away and start over, which I am at the point where I can't. Twitch streaming and finding that group of people has helped out significantly. Like, now that they know that I'm there and I've actually gotten some, I don't know, now I'm kind of afraid to like just dip. I don't want to hide away. I don't want to go away. I just don't know why my stupid little perfectionist brain is like, oh, just start over. Just start over. And now I can't. And now I have to like build up from where I'm at. So yeah, essentially I was kind of ready to just like quit, maybe start over, do something else. So maybe I just needed a change of pace. And so I was like, okay, what if I just go fully into the Midnight Butterfly persona? Now, Midnight Butterfly started out as just an outfit from AGM Art Studio. For anybody who may remember, previously I had that like peafowl outfit, princess kind of going, and then I went into the more seductive Midnight Butterfly outfit, and then I just kept using it over and over because I loved that outfit, and everyone just kept referring to me, oh, she's the butterfly, she's the butterfly, she's the butterfly. So I'm like, well, I guess I gotta stick to the butterfly now. I tried to keep it open, because what if there's like a different outfit? Like, what if I want to go like orchids? What if I I love orchids, my favorite flower. What if I made an outfit based off of orchids? So that's why I try to keep it open, but now, like, staying to Midnight Butterfly, I think, will help not only keep me on brand, but I can still work a butterfly into other different kinds of outfits as well. Like, I have a witch idea. I just made a brand new outfit involving some fun summer braids. Whenever I think summer, I think braids, because I braid my hair when I go swimming. That's where that comes from. And I guess the second reason for Midnight Butterfly is that it is a lot easier for people to understand than just AGM Art Studio. There was constantly like, ooh, AG Mart, no. Or like Agam, or AGM, or it was kind of, Midnight Butterfly is still kind of a mouthful, but at least it's actual words and not just like abbreviations. And of course the VT stands for VTuber, because I've been doing a lot of that, which, man, being a VTuber is really, really fun, and I've been obsessed with my VTuber as of lately as well, hence why she has a new summer outfit. I love making outfits for that. I love character design in general. Like, I think maybe that's why I'm struggling with my webcomic a little bit, is because I'm so ready to go design the characters, but actually using said characters. For example, poor little Riku, the boy in the middle there, who will be in blue later. This is the only time outside of his reference sheet and the one piece of like official art that I have for him that I've drawn him in digital form. The other two I've drawn plenty of times. Like, they've already starred in their first episode of Moonlight Bathhouse, which I actually need to reformat, I discovered for Webtoon, which I will do once I get some other stuff done. But this poor boy, maybe I just wasn't as attached to him, but I've been scripting out my episodes for the webcomic, so I've slowly gotten more attached to him. So I think that's helped significantly as well. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go draw him now. I'm ready to get this boy going. And he really is just a little sweetheart. Poor traumatized sweetheart, as it turns out. But, you do what you gotta do, So, oh man, being a writer is really interesting. So if we were to go back to the goals that I made in my previous Random Rambles, one of my top 3 goals was complete 5 episodes of the Moonlight Bathhouse. Now, the problem with that is, I did not complete episode 1 until May of this year, and that was only until after I started seeing a therapist for the burnout stuff, as we'll talk about later. So, I am very much behind schedule on that. I am taking a week vacation this week, so maybe possibly I could finish episode 2. Looking at how long it took me, and I was cramming to finish that first episode so I could show my therapist. She never actually read it, now that I'm realizing that. But having, like, that deadline set, I crammed and, like, ruined my wrist a little bit for a couple days. So, in all honesty, with the amount of time, if I were to just completely drop any of my other, like, stuff I like to do, it would probably take me about a month to finish an episode at the current rate that I have if I were to just chug at it every evening, no matter what, and maybe take up full weekends. So, which, the way I've written it, like, they're fairly short. Like, it doesn't take long to read the script at all. But then again, I'm also leaving room for, like, action scenes and when they're not saying anything and all that there. While I was making the first episode, I discovered that with how well I know these characters, I can skip the sketch stage. You're seeing the sketch stage here. Like, I'm still sketching because these are outfits that I haven't put them in before. And I just kind of need to know where things are going to go. But as far as comic panels, because I have that reference sheet, I can just do straight line art immediately without having to sketch, which had helped that significantly. So, I feel like progress-wise, I think it's going to work out really well. So, I think I'm on a good track. Will I reach 5 episodes this year? I definitely doubt that. I mean, the good news is, I have reached, for the most part, the other 2 goals. I have finally, at least, semi-completed my portfolio website. Like, it's fully functional, it exists now, so I can use it when needed. I should put it up at some point if I'm set up for commissions, but I don't get any, because I don't put it anywhere. But, so there's that there. And then with the other goal was stream 2 times a week on Twitch, which I've managed to reach that pretty well. I do at least one day with my sister and her boyfriend. We stream one day, and then I maybe will either do art or play my own solo game. I did a little bit of a Sims challenge. That was kind of fun. I'll need to continue that. If you're ever interested in any of that, there's my VODs channel that I archive all that stuff on for anyone interested. It's really interesting looking at myself stream and looking at, like, I've been posting clips of it on TikTok and the VODs channel from those streams. And the stupid things that come to my head that just, it's one of those, I'm kind of, I don't know if it's quite witty or I just have the timing or what. Sometimes it works out well, sometimes it doesn't. You always look back on it and it's like, oh, why did I say that? But it's also like, that is kind of hilarious. I have the kind of humor that I'm both happy that I have and embarrassed that I have, because I've had other conversations with people and they're like, why do you find that funny? And I'm like, I don't know, I just do. I'm sorry. So that kind of just, happened. So I know I also had, like, the 4 things I wanted to try out, which I don't have the sheet in front of me. When I was ready to kind of quit everything, I threw that sheet somewhere. I didn't throw it away. It exists somewhere. But I know, like, the things I wanted to try, I wanted to maybe try out making music, which I have not found any time to find to do. I wanted to try maybe making some sticker designs, which I have ideas and I've made a list of stuff I want to do. I just haven't gotten to it yet, except for the cute little ducks that I made recently. They're really freaking cute. So, and those were adorable. I want to turn those into stickers, which reminds me I need to go return the wrong ink cartridges and get new ones for my printer. So that's on my agenda for today before I go floating with my friends. And then another one was try to make a D&D campaign. I'm kind of swapping that. My sister is making her own D&D campaign that I want to get into, that we're hoping to stream on my Twitch channel, which who knows when that's going to start. She's been having this going for like 3 months, and I'm like, when are we going to start? When are we going to start? When are we going to start? Well, whenever the other one's over. When is it going to be over? Come on, guys. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. I'm so excited for it. Like, my character, so excited. Very excited. She's like a snobby, kind of aristocratic noble. She's not super snobby. Like, she's more, like, arrogant to what, like, the lower class have to deal with. Like, what do you mean that you can't just, summon a house or something? It's called We Don't Have Money. Oh, really? Oh, that sucks. So, Yeah, I got that there. What was the other goal? I think I found the sheet, actually. I just put it on the top of the shelf. What was it? Try to do a hand-drawn frame-by-frame animation. Don't know why I put that on there. That was probably not a smart idea. But, yeah. I think... Excuse me. With the... I guess where I want to shift my focus, maybe that could happen, or at least maybe some, like, really simple ones. So, I mean, since I made, like, my brand new 2.0 VTuber model, she's more articulated, and I've made some, like, other adjustments to her as well. So maybe not necessarily frame by frame, but maybe more live 2D animations I might look into. Like, maybe I'll do some of Yua and Sara and Riku and those guys. I want to do like an official like introduction, or maybe I could make like a fake anime intro. That would be cute. I did that for my sister for her birthday a couple years ago with her own original characters, where I made them into like it was like an animatic anime opening. I would just have to pick the right song because mine's not so much like action packed or anything. It's definitely more of like a cozy kind of wholesome story with some generational trauma and other trauma in the background that the characters will slowly get through. But yeah. So I guess that kind of wraps up as far as how far my goals are going. They're going fairly well. I'm not going to hit what I need to, but it feels fine. And it feels weird to say, but just with how things have been going lately, I feel like I've done nothing, but I have still done things. Like, I've made 3 VTuber models. They're technically using the same rig, but I have 3 different outfits for my VTuber. It's insane. I have those. And then for my webcomic, I got the first episode done. And I did some video editing, and yeah, I did my Genshin Pokemon videos and my Sonic redesign videos. Which I guess that can kind of turn into our second point about where I want to go forward with my artistic projects. So for the Sonic redesigns and those Genshin Pokemon videos, if I'm being really honest, it was just the whole to kind of prove to myself that yes, I can make videos, and well, I guess I'll make something that other people are into as well. I was in a bit of a Sonic phase for a little bit. I don't know exactly what happened, but Sonic just appeared again out of nowhere. So I was like, ooh, let's do Sonic. I want to draw Sonic, something. So I did that, and then the Genshin ones, I was like, oh, it could be fun, and then just like, there I go. I made artwork, and I made a video. Boom, isn't that nice? And they did fairly well. But I guess the issue I'm having is that with those like series and franchises, it's an up and down with me. Like I get into different like zones or like phases. And I guess another phase that I really got into was the recent release of Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, which, oh my god, did I get obsessed with that game. I played on it on Twitch for a little bit, but then I stopped because I felt like the game got really personal just with how I get attached to those kind of characters. I went wholehearted. I fell for Kurama so hard, and just that world, it was so good. Like, that could be a whole conversation in of itself. But I literally, there were 2 days, like, I wasn't feeling well, I went home, and I played for 12 hours straight on Rune Factory. So, and then I just completely neglected all my other games. And games in general just haven't been hitting that, they just haven't been sparking that right kind of joy that I've been looking for. So I haven't been as interested in Genshin. I haven't been as interested in Sonic. I haven't really been interested in anything else. And I don't know if it's the whole, like, I'm the only one that I know that's interested in these things, so I have no one to share it with. Or, like, it's just my old nostalgia coming back and I want to experience them again. I don't know. So, I guess kind of getting off the rails here, where I want to go with my, like, YouTube video-wise and just project-wise, I heavily need to focus on my own original things. Like, as much as those Genshin videos were fun and the Sonic redesign, I can't just keep doing that. There's just not having the interest and the passion just isn't gonna work out the way that I want it to. And so, like, with Razor, Fischl, and Bennett, I didn't feel as passionate as I did for Amber, Kaya, and Lisa. And it's probably partially because I don't really care about those characters too much. They're just kind of like, oh, they exist. But it's one of those, like, I fell in love with once I swapped over to Midnight Butterfly, I became obsessed with making new outfits, and I'm even starting to, like, make her into a separate character as well. So Midnight Butterfly isn't just me, she's now her own, like, entity now. She's like my persona, my performing persona. So, when I'm on Twitch, I'm kind of, like, being silly, performing, and I'm being, the cute little butterfly. I think, I don't know if it quite fits alternate ego, or like superhero persona. I don't know. I'm not quite sure about that, but I guess it kind of feels that way. Is that, I am who I am and I can't change much, but then if, you know, being the little VTuber butterfly, like it makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel good knowing that I made that model and, you know, she's moving how I want her to for the most part, wearing glasses and trying to use a webcam because of the glare. It just screws up the tracking, unfortunately. So oftentimes her eyes tend to be closed, which I feel really bad about, but, you know, it's fine. But, gosh, I became obsessed. I have way more outfits that I want to make. I have a lore video that I want to make. Like, I gave her own whole little backstory on how she's all magical and from ancient times and something, you know, she's just magical and fun, and that kind of whimsy, maybe I'm just looking for whimsy, I don't know what it is. And then that kind of falls into my webcomic a little bit too. It's just a fun little whimsy world. Like, yes, I have there are the, more generational trauma kind of aspects, like with Yua and how, the circumstances around how Sarah was born, and then why she keeps Sarah in the bathhouse at all times because she's scared to lose her, and all this other stuff. And Riku loses his family, and that's how he gets lost in the yokai world, and items like that, which will be explored as the webcomic continues. And it would be nice, like, when I make original characters, I make them with a purpose. I make them specifically for a story. I am not the kind of person who makes characters just to play with them, if that makes sense. Like, there are some people like, oh, this is just my boy, and he just does silly things. For me, I'm like, oh, they go through this journey, and they have this story, and they go through this arc. Maybe that's another reason why I became obsessed with the Midnight Butterfly character, is that she is able to be that character I can play with. Like, I'm giving her a backstory and stuff, but it's, like, so far in her past, quote-unquote, that it kind of doesn't even matter, but it, like, exists. So, I've been able to just play around with her. She doesn't exist in a specific story. She just exists. So I think, as far as creativity going, that really, really helps. So, I'm just, I love her. I love it so much. And people have been really nice, and they said they really liked my artwork, and I do feel kind of bad this past week with how work has gone on. I didn't really stream on Twitch at all. Like, I've gone a full week without, so that goal kind of is gone. But it was gone back in February after a work trip, so, but I'm still doing my best. Trying not to stream when I'm not feeling good. I made that mistake because I was like, there was one stream, I deleted it immediately, like the day after, once I realized, no, I'm not going to delete everything. I'm going to keep it around. So I kind of, the next day I was like, hey, I was feeling sad. Can we just play Sonic and pretend that never happened? So, yeah. So I guess, let's get on to talking point 3, which, again, it's kind of a downer. I'm being cynical. I'm being negative. So if you want to, mute this and put on your own music for the speed paint, please feel free to. Otherwise, have fun with my ranting a little bit. So, yeah, I did end up seeing a therapist because I've been insanely burnt out, not from artwork, but from my, office job and just, honestly, life in general, if I'm being real honest. So, yeah, basically I kept snapping at things that I didn't need to snap at. Like, a customer needs help, I would just get immediately angry. And it could have been the simplest thing, but I kept snapping, and it, scared one of my employees. I'm a manager, so I have people under me. So she threatened to go to HR to talk about it, and so that was kind of my wake-up call of, oh, hey, maybe I should stop being so negative and like that. And I did kind of reach a point... I guess I won't really go into any detail here, but I guess you could say, that I kept looking at objects around the house, and, what if I just didn't exist anymore? So, yeah, maybe should have, seeing a therapist was probably a good idea for that, which seeing a therapist has definitely helped in that I'm able to just rant about literally everybody that I know personally. And it's not like I, hate anybody or nothing, but, it's just, there's certain things that you want to talk about, but you just can't quite, because if they take it the wrong way, well, there goes your friendship with them, So I've been able to at least rant about that, and she's been really nice. She's been helping me, realize some things about myself a little bit. But it's, as much as it's been helping, at least in the whole, I'm able to, maybe I just need someone to vent with. A lot of it, she's like, oh, looking at that, it looks like maybe you realized about that. And it's like, I've been completely, I'll act shocked, oh, wow, really? And I'm like, I've known about that forever. Yeah, my family issues, reason why I'm a perfectionist, and I'm scared to talk to people, and all that fun stuff there. I've been talking with my best friend about a guy that she's been hanging out with and she's kind of into, and I'm like, wow, that's so great, something, and I'm over here sitting wow, that sounds nice. But then I realize, the whole reason I won't try, dating or whatever, which I know this is really stupid, but just seeing how, it affected my parents and how they handled their own relationships and how they continue to handle their relationships. My dad, doing great. My mom, not so much. So I'm just completely scared of falling into one of those traps. So, and just other things, my own, I'm never going to be happy with myself, let's be real here. So that's why I turn to my artwork, because I have control over that and I can make my artwork look good, right? So I can look good, I can make myself feel happy, physically, blah, ugh. So, but yeah, burning out of work. It's just, ugh. We did a giant concert this past week, and I was, sore and tired from it, so I did kind of, nothing for the last couple days. And, even, my boss and stuff, she's kind of ready to maybe throw in the towel, too. On the one hand, oh, hey, the big thing is over, so now we just have to deal with the stuff that we've done before. And I'm just kind of sitting here yeah, we've already done this all before, but for some reason, somehow things continue to keep going wrong because of how that place is ran. Which, it's full of very, very nice people. I don't have beef with nobody. The business sense doesn't really seem to exist, maybe? I say as I literally don't contribute to it at all, but I'm also at the point of I don't want to. Just... Here I am complaining about work when I should be talking about my artwork. I think I just needed a little bit of a breather there, and I don't mean to be too much of a downer. But yeah, work has definitely had me burnt out really bad, and I think that's why I hadn't touched any of my artwork stuff until because it's definitely a seasonal job. Summer is super dead, while the rest of the year is just stupid and nuts. So, yeah, I mean, aside from that one-off big thing, but then again, it wasn't even that bad. So, like I said, I'm taking a whole week off, and I hadn't had a week off since, December for Christmas time, and that's when I did my previous random ramble with my sketchbook tour, so, man. As much as I kinda am ready for something different and maybe wanting to do a different job, the pay is definitely what's keeping me around. Oh, man. But yeah, so I think I should probably conclude it there. I've been talking for almost 30 minutes here, so that should be my end. That should be the end of this here. So to the takeaways. I'm trying to work more on my webcomic, so I'm trying to get that going. I have to reformat the first episode. But I think I'll do that once I have a couple more completed and ready for publishing up on Webtoon. I want to eventually publish all my stuff onto my portfolio site as well. So once I'm ready for that, I'll start linking that in different places. As far as YouTube video stuff goes, I'll probably continue using more of the shorts format for my speed paints. And maybe making some fun little character interactions from my webcomic and more of the silly little VTuber stuff as well. Just with more of my original stuff. I have an idea for, we were using this filter but I accidentally made a thirst trap of my parent or whatever. I think that'd be fun with Sara and Yua. That would be fun. So, definitely turning away from anything fandom related. I'm not deleting those videos. Those will still exist for those who want to see it. But turning away from the fandom and going to my original artworks is the way I want to go. Twitch is still kind of mostly games, but I definitely want to start drawing my comic more on Twitch. I need to start doing more artwork on Twitch. That's what I gotta do. I need to stop being oh, I want to save it and make it be a surprise. I'm kind of at the point if someone's gonna see it, they're gonna see it. Who cares? It's fine. And then point number 3, work has had me mentally burnt out, and it's not the artwork, it's my work, and I'm trying to work on that by hopefully talking with a therapist, and hopefully I can take more time for myself, and worst comes to worst, I may have to look at a job that's maybe a little more mindless, I guess, where I don't have to, I don't know, dream about it. God, I've had too many work dreams. So, but finishing this up here, I absolutely enjoyed doing this little print artwork here. It's super, super cute. I think it displays the characters pretty well. So there might be some more fun little just summer off things for them here shortly as well. So if you are interested in any of that, if you want to continue to see my artwork sort of journey, I suppose, you're welcome to subscribe, like the video if you'd like it. Go check out my TikTok and Twitch. You'll see my more fun animated side, or my midnight butterfly persona, if you will, to check them out there. So I will let you all that. Thanks for listening to my ramble. If you did actually end up going completely to the end, I really appreciate that. So hopefully more fun things to come, and happy midway through the year, depending on what's going on around your area. So yeah, I'll go ahead and quit there. Thank you again so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the outro. And I'll let you know when the next fun art piece comes out. See you later. Bye.